It was a sunny Tuesday morning. The sky was bright blue, and the clouds floated in the air like fluffy candy floss. But inside Oliver's room, the weather felt a little bit cloudy. Oliver was a bouncy 5-year-old with curly blonde hair and plasters usually stuck on his knees. Normally, he would zoom out of bed like a rocket. Whoosh! But today, he was hiding under his duvet, with only the tip of his nose poking out. Because today was the day. The day to visit Dr. Joy's clinic. And worst of all, the day to get his injection. His mum, Sarah, walked into the room cheerfully. "Good morning, Super Oliver. Time for heroes to wake up." Oliver replied with a muffled voice from under the duvet, "I am not a superhero today, Mum. Today I am just invisible Oliver. You can't see me." Sarah sat on the edge of the bed and gently lifted the duvet. "I know, darling. You have butterflies in your tummy, don't you? You are a bit worried about the jab." Oliver sat up. He was holding his favorite teddy bear, Captain Fluffy, who wore a little cape. "I'm not scared," lied Oliver. He was actually a little bit scared. "It's just, needles are sharp. And they hurt. I don't like pain." His mum smiled gently. "Nobody likes pain, Oliver. But can I tell you a secret? The injection you are getting today is actually a superpower shield for your body." Oliver's eyes lit up. "A superpower?" "Yes," said Mum. "Inside your body, there are tiny little soldiers. This medicine is like a secret battle plan that teaches them how to fight bad germs. Once you have this jab, you will have an invisible armor against sickness." Oliver liked this idea, but the knot in his tummy was still there. He hugged Captain Fluffy tight. "Okay," he said. "But Captain Fluffy has to come too. He is my bodyguard." When they got into the car, Oliver tried to feel like an astronaut going on a mission. But as they got closer to the clinic, his heart started to beat faster. Thump! 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 It felt like his heart wanted to jump out of his chest and say, "I'm not going in, I'm going back home." The clinic building appeared. It was big, white, and clean. When they walked inside, he smelled that strange smell. The smell of clean things. A bit of mint, a bit of soap. The waiting room was busy. There was a girl playing with bricks in the corner, a baby sleeping in his mum's arms, and an elderly lady reading a magazine. Oliver held his mum's hand very tightly. So tightly that his fingers went white. "Mum," he whispered. "Can we change our minds? I think my soldiers can fight without the plan." Just then, the waiting room door opened, and Dr. Joy appeared with a big smile. Dr. Joy wasn't wearing a white coat. Instead, she was wearing a colorful t-shirt with spaceships and planets on it. "Oliver," said Dr. Joy happily. "And Captain Fluffy too. It is lovely to see you." They went into the exam room. It wasn't scary at all. There were pictures of jungles on the walls and glowing stars on the ceiling. Oliver sat on the examination table. The paper underneath him made a noise, crinkle, crinkle. First, Dr. Joy listened to Oliver's heart. She put her stethoscope on his chest. "Said Dr. Joy. I hear a very powerful engine in here. It sounds just like a racing car. Vroom. Oliver giggled. That tickled. Then, Dr. Joy listened to Captain Fluffy's heart too. Ooh, Captain Fluffy sounds very brave today. And then, the moment came. Dr. Joy turned around with a small tray. Oliver turned his head away so you wouldn't see the needle, but he knew it was there. The knot in his tummy turned into a giant rock. His eyes filled with tears. He didn't want to cry, but the fear was right in his throat. I don't want it, Oliver said suddenly. His voice was trembling. Please, let's not do it. Dr. Joy paused. She put the things down and crouched to Oliver's eye level. Oliver, it is very normal to be scared, she said softly. Do you know, I used to be scared when I was little. Even grown-ups get scared sometimes. Really? Asked Oliver. Really? But bravery isn't about not being scared, Oliver. Bravery is being scared but doing the important thing anyway. Dr. Joy gently touched Oliver's arm. Now, shall we use our imagination? Do you see your arm? This is the gate to your castle. Outside, there are nasty germs, like dragons. I am going to put a magic lock on this gate. The lock will feel a bit cold and like a tiny pinch. But once the lock is on, no dragons can enter your castle. Oliver thought about it. Dragons, and a magic lock. He looked at his mum. She was smiling at him as if to say, you can do this, and holding his hand. He took a deep breath. He filled his lungs with air. He pressed Captain Fluffy against his chest. I am ready, said Oliver. Put the lock on. Brilliant, said Dr. Joy. Now, I want one thing from you, Oliver. Hug Captain Fluffy tight and tell me the name of your favorite ice cream. Keep telling me until I say, done, Dot. Dr. Joy took a wet, cold cotton ball. She wiped Oliver's arm. Shiver. It was cold, but it felt fresh. Here we go, said Dr. Joy. Ice cream? Oliver squeezed his eyes shut. He gritted his teeth. Chocolate, said Oliver. Dr. Joy moved closer. What else? Strawberry, said Oliver. Right at that moment, he felt a tiny, sharp scratch on his arm. Like a cheeky mosquito had nicked him. Pinch. Ouch, said Oliver, scrunching up his face. And, asked Dr. Joy calmly. Vanilla, shouted Oliver. And all done, said Dr. Joy cheerfully. Oliver opened his eyes. What? Is it finished? He looked at his arm. The needle was gone. Dr. Joy was sticking a very cool, colorful plaster with a lightning bolt on it over the spot. Oliver was surprised. But it only hurt for 1 second. And now it's gone. He wriggled his arm. It was a tiny bit sore, but not even as bad as when he grazed his knee. His mum hugged him. That's my hero. You did it. Dr. Joy took a shiny sticker out of her drawer. It said, Champion of Courage. She stuck the sticker right on Oliver's t-shirt, over his heart. This, said Dr. Joy, is your medal. Because today, even though you were scared, You protected your castle. When they walked out of the clinic, Oliver felt different. The sun seemed brighter, and the air felt nicer. As he walked, his steps were stronger. Stomp, stomp, stomp. That little plaster on his arm felt like it really had given him superpowers. In the car, he kept looking at his arm. "Mum," said Oliver. "Do you know what? It wasn't actually that bad. I mean, it hurt a little bit, but I was stronger." His mum looked at him in the mirror. "You have always been strong, Oliver. Today, you just proved it to yourself." When they got home, Oliver ran into the garden with Captain Fluffy. He wasn't just playing anymore. He was Super Oliver, carrying an invisible shield in his body, invincible against germs, and not afraid of needles. Okay, maybe still a tiny bit afraid, but brave enough to handle it. His friend Leo called from over the garden fence. "Hey Oliver! Do you want to play?" Oliver adjusted his cape, which was actually his blanket. "Yes," he said. "But I am the captain. Because today, I earned a super shield. And that night, when Oliver tucked himself into bed, the little ache in his arm didn't remind him of something bad. It reminded him of a big victory. The fear, that big rock in his tummy, was gone. Instead, there was a warm, fuzzy feeling of pride. He whispered as he closed his eyes, "Good night, Captain Fluffy. Tomorrow, we will continue to save the world." The end.